Man, I hate this damn thing. Hello. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me again. And that everything is working now. I had to stop my stream and restart it because YouTube connection just pooped itself. For no reason. So I guess this stream's being split into two. Oh well. I am gonna be getting off of here soon anyway, because I've had enough. I probably should have just left it at the end of the last stream, to be honest. If it goes again, then I'll call it, and I'll just leave it. God, I forgot what I was talking about now because all of my streaming stuff just pooed itself. Right. God. I don't know what I was saying. Go back and watch the clip, eh? Oh dear. I might actually just end this and delete this last minute instead. Kinda tempted. Oh my god, it's gonna take me like 5 days to clear all these blocks, I swear. I've made a grave mistake. Oh well. Let me switch. I gotta switch this back so I can see my OBS. I always worry that like OBS is just doing whatever it wants. You never really know what OBS is up to. Alright. Try and stay connected this time. I totally forgot what I was talking about and it's genuinely upset me. I hope you guys know that. I completely forgot because everything just died on me and it sends you off on one when you're like mid-stream and you're like, why? Why is everything stopped? It wasn't even my internet this time, it was just YouTube. Like, what the hell? My Mango would never crash on me. It's starting to annoy me, YouTube. Starting to annoy me. Just like Minecraft is. Mojang are just doing whatever they want. Thinking that we're all stupid. Well, guess what, Mojang? We're not little kids anymore. We all know what you're doing. Stop holding content. Stop holding it in your little pockets. Because I know you are. I know you are. I saw some people talking about, oh, I think Mojang's got a bunch of stuff in their back pockets that they're going to release for the next update. No, they're not. They're not going to release it for the next update. Because why would they? When they have so much backed up content for this 10-year-old game that they can keep cranking money out of people with little like microtransactions and stuff. Why would they? Why would they release more content when people are still spending money on this game? Why would they? It's the whole reason that they tightened their rules about their copyright stuff as well. Just putting it out there. Because you're making money off their game and they're not. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. If you have a sound argument that tells me that they released that whole like copyright restrictions thing for the good of the game, for the good of the players, you are delusional, sir. Absolutely delusional. They did it for the good of the company. Don't ever get that twisted. The company does not care about you. They care about money. Don't be stupid. Not necessary to be stupid. I'm tired of gaming companies trying to squeeze as much cash out of us as they can. If you're gonna do it, at least just lay it out on the table and be obvious about it like Genshin is. Thank God. I don't care if you're gonna do it, just don't be all sly and fucking sticky and snaky about it. Like, God. Just be like, here's a gambling system. Have fun. Like, just do it like everything else does. God. Don't do it in such a sly and roundabout way. We'll just put big fat copyright restrictions on everything. And then everything anyone makes for the game will belong to us, so we will get paid! Make that shmoney, boy. Like, God, just be honest about it. Like, we all know what you're doing. Well, I'd like to hope everybody knows anyway. I'd like to hope. Well, then microtransactions in the Minecraft store aren't for nothing, you know, guys. They're not charging £10 a goddamn pack for you, you know, to give it to the community or something. No. Why would they make more updates, more content for a game that they're still making money off? Like, it's not gonna happen. I think I saw a few weeks ago in our Project Bedrock Discord, somebody was watching somebody who said that they should drop Minecraft Bedrock and just have Java and make Java available on all platforms. Now, I've never heard anything so stupid, because it's literally what Bedrock is, first of all. Bedrock is the Minecraft that works on all platforms. So technically, if they were going to drop anything, they'd drop Java and keep Bedrock, because Bedrock already works on all platforms, and why would they make more effort for themselves? But they're not going to drop either of them, and I'll tell you why. Because they're making money on both of them, that's why. So, they're never going to drop either of them, because why would they drop either of them when they're making money? Like, they're not trying to do things for ease of the players or anything. They're making money. That's what they want. Like, if you think a business isn't trying to make money, you are so dumb. Like, they're making money. They'll never get rid of either of them. They'll keep both. Hell, they might even make another one. Like, they're not gonna get rid of their money makers. Like, why would they do that? It's like, oh my god, look at Bedrock making money and Java making money. We should get rid of Java and just have Bedrock. Like, obviously not. Like, obviously not. So dumb. Like, they're not gonna give up either of them. As long as both of them continue to crank money in for them, which they will, because 12-year-olds exist in every time and space, they will continue to keep both of them in existence. Like, money is money, guys. Like, they're a company. It's what they want. I don't judge them for it. It's just like, people are dumb as hell. They're never going to do anything that benefits the player if it's not going to continue to make them money. It's the only reason that they continue to do the mob vote, because every time there's a mob vote, there's a boost in sales. The only reason that they release more content at least once a year, because it continues to keep people interested in the game. And I can probably assure you that all of the content that we've seen, they've had ready for years. Like, they're just spreading it out. Like, I don't know if you've noticed this, guys, but every update since, like, I would say since, like, realistically 1.6, there's been less and less content, like, added into the game. Like, they've added less and less stuff. Really. Like, I would say that, like, 1.16 was, like, the last real update, big update. Because of the whole, like, Nether overhaul. That was 1.16, right? I'm not being an ape right now. I'm sure that was 1.16. That was probably, like, in my opinion, the last, like, actual proper update that they genuinely put effort into making. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but adding 64 blocks underneath the world is hardly an update. Like, like, 15 minutes of coding at best. Like, there's hardly an update, guys. Like, adding another 64 blocks above the world, like, that's even less fucking effort. Because there's nothing there. Like, it's just sky. Like, that's even less effort. Probably like 3 minutes of coding. Like, it probably didn't even take that long. They just expanded the world. They just took the scroller and, like, scrolled it up. Like, that is not, like, an update. Like, it's just not. Like, adding ancient cities, yes, technically it was kind of an update, but in my opinion, it's just building on, like, the mine shafts and stuff like that, so not in my opinion an update. All of the mob models they've probably had for years, so like I'm not even gonna start an argument about those. Like, tell me they haven't had them all ready for years. Like, I bet they made the frog like 15 years ago. Like, no, I'm joking, but I bet they made the frog like 5 years ago. Like, they've had that in the back pocket for a long time. Like, this is not something that they just like whipped up this year. Like, oh god, yeah, I'm so tired of stupid people, dude. Like, they are just trying to make money. Like, every company, especially gaming company, is getting worse and worse with wanting to make money. That's all they want to do, and they will do it however they need to. Actually, for example here, I'll give you a perfect example. I can speak out of experience on this one. The new Naruto game, I just pre-ordered it. The new Naruto game had 3 different versions of it. It had the original, just the game, £50, boom, like that was it, like just the game. Then they had the deluxe edition, which was the game, the season pass, a couple of cosmetics, and that was about it. Like, and a pre-order reward, that was it. Like, that was the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition was 75 quid. Alright. The ultimate edition was 93 pounds. Basically £100, alright? The deluxe edition was 74. The ultimate edition was basically £100. Do you want to know the difference between the deluxe edition and the ultimate edition? This is the difference. 2 cosmetics. That's the difference. For them to put another £20 on the price, 2 cosmetics. And you'll think they're not trying to get money out of us and nothing else? Like, come on. Come on. And you know full well, there'll be loads of people out there that don't even look at that. And just, like, order the ultimate one because they're like, oh, I want all the content. Not realizing that all the content is all the content that's in the deluxe edition plus 2 cosmetics, which is not content. I don't care what you say. Like, get out. Like, I don't, like, how is that not just, like, scheming for money? Like, they basically, all companies do it nowadays. They basically take content out of the game that they made and they put it in DLCs or side bundles or just straight up like single purchases of like cool cosmetics and stuff like that, and they place it as a microtransaction just so they can squeeze another tenner out of you. Like, every company does it. Like, don't be so delusional. Like, they're all doing it, they're all trying to make money. Just stop. Like, just stop. Like, why do you think every game company has taken to doing remasters? Like, let's go to that, shall we? Why do you think every, like, big, like, AAA game company has taken to doing remasters of old games? Why? Because it's easier, and they make hella money on it. Because all they're doing, guys, like, let's face reality here. All they're doing is they're taking that graphic scroller and they're putting it on, like, ultra high, and then they're releasing a new game and calling it a remastered version. Like, get out. Like, It's a graphical update. They haven't done anything else. Like, do you know why? Because people will pay for that garbage. That's why. Like how many Call of Duties have they remastered at this point? Like 3, 2, 3? I don't know, because I stopped playing Call of Duty because it's ass. That's why. I don't care about swearing. It's ass. All right. It's ass. And if you like Call of Duty, I'm sorry, but Call of Duty is the ass. It's an ass game. It's an ass company. The Cold War was the last one I bought, and it was absolutely dog. Like, it's probably the worst FPS I've ever played. Like, it was so bad. And that's saying something, because I've literally played Roblox FPSs before. But, like, oh my god, it was so badly made. Like, I'm tired of companies just releasing the same games that they made 10 years ago and just pumping the graphics up on them. Like, that is not making a game. That, like, it's not making a game. It's just not. Like, that's why I like all the little indie games and stuff. At least they're making a game, guys. At least they're making a new game. They're not taking that old game and being like, here, we pump the graphics up to the maximum, but you'll have to run it on medium quality anyway, so you actually have frames, so it's not gonna matter. Like, it's just the same game. Like, oh god, it makes me crazy, dude. I'm like, why? Why are you buying the same game again? Oh, because the old one's dead. Well, here's a question for you. Why is the old one dead? Like, oh, it's because of the graphics. No, it's not. It's not because of the graphics, because everyone cheated on Call of Duty years ago and used hacks and ruined every server in the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Black Ops 2 is basically all mods and cheaters right now. Like, ain't nobody playing that game properly anymore. And Call of Duty didn't care back then, and still don't really care now. There's still plenty of hackers in the game. I don't want to play a game where everyone's cheating. What the hell's the point? The hell is the point? Like, you don't feel like you're doing anything. Everybody else just cheating anyway. Oh, you think you're skilled? Well, here comes little Johnny with his aimbot on, and he's gonna shoot you through the wall. So, guess you're not good. Get good, kid. Like, no. That's not fun. It's not even a little bit fun. Like, no. Why would I want to play that? Why would I want to put myself through that? If I want to play a game that brings me pain, I'll play a Dark Souls game or something. Like, it's just, you know, at least you go into that knowing you're gonna get screwed over. Like, Jesus. Call of Duty, like, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it's a trash game. Okay, it's trash. It fell off real bad, really bad. Like, it's just trash now. They stopped caring about it. They stopped caring about making something good. They only care about, like, making what's gonna make them money now. Like, it's the whole point they made a Battle Royale. It's the whole reason that every Call of Duty since they made a Battle Royale continues to have Battle Royale mode. Because they saw how much money Fortnite made and they were like, yes please. Like, that's all it's about. That's all it's about. Nobody's innovating anymore. Nobody's making something new. It's just like, what's that other company doing that's making them tons of money? Let's do that and we'll make tons of money. Like, no, I'm not interested. Thank you. I'm not interested. Make a decent game and I'll give you my money. How about that? That's what it used to be about. That's what it used to be about. Make a good game and people will buy it. Not make something that's going to trigger nostalgia in people, or make something that every other company is doing so it's guaranteed to make money and will make money. Like, no. We're not players anymore, guys. We're all users. We're all payers. They don't care about you as a player. They don't care about your experience in the game. Hell no. I mean, look how broken bloody Cyberpunk was when that came out. Like, it's another reason, you know, why every game that comes out nowadays is a live service game. Oh, it's a live service game. It's a live service. Do you know what live service means? It means doesn't actually work yet, but we'll release it anyway because we want the money. That's what it means. Like, that's literally what it means. Like, it doesn't mean anything else. It just means, like, we didn't finish the game, but we want your money and we know you're going to pay for it anyway, so here it is. We'll fix it when we get round to it. Might take a few months or a few years, but we'll get to it. Like, that's what it means. Like, you cannot tell me I'm wrong. Like, as somebody who played Ark Survival while it was in the game preview, I'm 100% right. Like, because they were bringing out paid DLC packs for that game, and they hadn't even finished the game yet. Like, they were adding more content and adding paid, like, microtransactions, extra maps that you had to pay for and stuff. And the game was still in the game preview. They hadn't even finished the game. But they were adding more stuff for you to pay for into the game. Like, if that is not, like, the absolute epitome of money grabbing, I don't know what is. Like, oh, here's our unfinished game. We're gonna make it $30. Like, I hope that's okay with you. It's not finished yet, but we promise we'll work on it. And then, like, every time there's a new update, you read the update log, and they're just adding more shit in. They're not fixing anything. They're just adding more stuff. Like, modders of the game, like, you know, players that make mod packs and stuff, fixed the game more than the game devs did. Like, it was just so funny to me. It's so funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was addicted to Ark at the time, so I couldn't see past it, but I see it now very clearly, like, what they were doing, and they were, like, straight money grabbing. Like, they were straight money grabbing for their broken game. Like, and anybody who's played Ark knows that that game is broken as hell. Like, I'm still pretty sure, like, even to this day, that it doesn't work properly. Because it just never did. And, like, every time they said they were fixing something, the whole player base got scared. Like, because whenever Wildcard said we're gonna fix something, what it actually meant was we're gonna fix one thing but break 15 others. Like, that's what it actually meant. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna fix something, but also, like, 10 other things are gonna break, like, while we do that. So, good luck to you all. Like, God, that game was broken. It's so broken. I'm pretty sure it still is broken. I haven't played it for a while, but I'm fairly certain that it's still broken as heck. Like, hell, Grounded works better than Ark ever did. And, like, Grounded, like, just came into full release. Ark has been in full release for, like, I don't know, like 4 years, 5 years? A while, like, way longer, let's put it that way, way longer. And it's probably still more broken than Grounded is. So, like, yeah. If you're looking for an open world survival game, don't get Ark. Get Grounded instead. Grounded is free too. Like, if you want Ark, it's gonna cost you like £120 for like everything. Don't do it. It's not worth it. No, I think it's cheaper than that because they announced that they're making a new game or releasing a new game. I think they actually just released a new game. And so they shut down their official Ark servers, I believe, so that they could run the new servers, because, like, heaven forbid they spend some money to be able to, you know, run both servers at the same time. Like, oh my god, no. We can't spend all of that DLC money on more servers, hell no. Like, that's to go on yachts and stuff, guys. Like, that's not for servers. That'd be stupid. Like, it's just so, like, baffling to me. I'm sorry. It's one of those things that gets me, like, just why? Fix your damn game. Like, I think my buddy was on about it the other day. He was like, oh, you're getting a new Ark. I was like, I'm not buying a damn thing from that company ever again. They've had like £120 out of me for a game that they never got damn fixed. Like, you think I'm about to invest in another broken ass game from these people? No way. Like, no. Why the heck would I do that? I mean, they had a spin-off game that they released, but I don't really count that as another game, which was PixARK, I think it was. And it was basically a mixture of Ark and Minecraft together. So the world was like all cubes, like this, but there were dinosaurs in it, you know, like pixelated dinosaurs. And it was kind of fun for like the first 10 minutes. And then you start to realize how goddamn broken it was. Now it's not fun anymore. Like, I don't want to play broken games anymore. Like I said, finished. At least they worked the whole way. Like, god damn. Like, don't get me wrong, Grounded has got some problems, but like nowhere near what Ark used to have. I mean, Ark, when I first started playing it, you were lucky to be able to play for like 10 minutes before the game crashed, so... And I'm pretty sure that's like still a problem with the game crashing. Like, I know that you can play for longer now, but I'm still pretty sure that like it just crashes at random points still. Like, your game should not be crashing after it's been out for this many years. Like, fix your game. I don't even know when Ark came out, but it was a long time ago. Because god did I feel a lot younger when I was playing that game. It makes me feel old to actually talk about it. That's how I know it came out a long time ago. But I loved it because it was like everything I loved. You know, it was dinosaurs and open world survival. You could tame the dinosaurs and ride them and breed them, make baby ones. The baby ones were super cute. And I know that they've continued to like expand and build on like the basic premise of the game, but they never fixed the basic premise of the game. Like, it's still so buggy and like messed up. The inventory is like still trash to navigate. Like, it's god, it's just so dumb. You know what they did? They ruined that game when they took a certain thing away from us. They took a certain thing away from us and they ruined it. Well, they took a couple of things away from us and it ruined everything for everyone. So the first thing they took away from us was flyer speed. So you could tame like basically every creature in Ark Survival. Like, if it moves, you can tame it. Like, you can shoot it and like knock it out and tame it, or like you can passively tame it. Like, there's like different ways to tame stuff depending on what it is. So you could tame like basically everything that moved, and there's like a whole like slurry of different flyers in the game. Like, I think there's 5 or 6 different types of flyers, like from real small ones to like real big ones. Which was awesome, right? And it was made even more awesome by the fact that you could like increase the speed of all of those flyers, their movement speed. So like you could get, well, I did it, I think everyone did it at some point who played the game, but you could get the biggest creature in the game, the biggest flyer in the game, which was the Quetzal, and you could pump like every one of its levels into speed and zip around the map like an absolute crackhead. Like, and I think everyone did it. Like, the only problem was that when you did that, you had to fly at like the very top of the world, like the world border at the top, because if you flew low enough like to see the ground, like the map render would crash your game. Like, but I think everyone did it. Everyone had like a zooped Quetzal that went super fast. But there's like a bunch of other flyers. Like, there's an Argy that looked like, it basically looks like a giant sparrow, pretty much. It's the best way to describe it. They've changed it a bit now, so it looks a little bit different. But that's basically how it used to look, and I used to love how it used to look. It was great. But they were basically like giant sparrows, but they were super slow. Because you could put speed into them, you could pump a bit of speed into them, boost their attack and their health and stuff, and then they were like a good tame. Like, I used to love zipping around on an Argy because it was like, it was smaller, more maneuverable, and like you could still go fast. Like, you could put a bit of weight into it and you can go do like your meat farming on it or whatever. But when they took movement speed off of flyers, it literally made like 90% of the flyers completely useless because they're just too slow. Like, since they took movement speed away, I don't think I ever saw anybody on a Quetzal ever again, because they were just so slow. Like, you couldn't get anywhere. It was pointless. So it narrowed it down to like the only flyers that people would actually tame would be dragons and griffins. And that was it. I'm a Griffin person, if you're wondering. I always used to have a Griffin. Griffins were my favorite tame. I love the maneuverability that they gave them and stuff. Like, they can fly side to side, and you can shoot off of them and stuff. Like, yes, give me that. But yeah, basically, the only flyers that people would tame at that point was wyverns, the dragons. The dragons are called wyverns, by the way. Sorry about that. The dragons and the griffins, because they're the only ones that had like slightly more movement speed than the others. Plus, griffins have like a dive bomb that you could do that could like make you like a lot faster. And like, I'm obviously a professional at flying a griffin, so like my griffins were always god tier because I knew how to fly them. But like, they were the only things that you could move at like a reasonable speed around the map. So that like ruined like most people. They've like ruined the game for most people, I think, like, because they just like took a big old poop on a bunch of the dinosaurs that they designed. They've just made them completely useless. Like, nobody is gonna ride a Quetzal when it goes slower than I can run around the map. It's like I'm not gonna do that. Nobody is, because why would you? Like, you'd have to be insane. So yeah, I think that like ruined the game for a lot of people, and I think a lot of the people who were still holding on to the game were holding on to it because they liked the original map, which was called the Island, and on the island there was a volcano. And everyone used to scrap over it because it was like prime place for metal farming. Because you have to farm like pretty much everything in that game. It's an open world survival game, so you have to farm for stuff. But it was a perfect place to get metal and like a bit of obsidian and stuff like that. You know, it's a volcano, so. And like the whole like top part of the volcano, there was no lava in it. There's only lava on a volcano in a different map, but there was no lava in it or anything. Just the middle of the volcano, it, instead of having like a big hole and being full of lava, it was a big hole and it was full of metal rocks, which were like shiny rocks in the game, like specifically. And the shinier the rock is, the more like metal that you get out of it. And it had like all like super shiny rocks, so everyone used to fight over it because it was the best place. It was the best place to farm metal on the whole map. Bearing in mind this was the first map, so like when this was the map, it was the only map, let's say. I think everybody has a favorite map on that game now. Mine is a map called Ragnarok. It's my favorite map. Anyway, to cut a long story short, they removed all of that metal from the volcano. They took it all out. They were like, nah, none of that, delete. So yeah, they got rid of it pretty much. And I think that ruined the game for a lot of other people. Because they were like the one convenient thing that we still had. Like, they took away the convenience of like speed on flyers. So we were all like, the one convenient thing we still have is like, at least it's still pretty easy to farm stuff. Like, because farming stuff, like you could use the dinosaurs to farm for you. So like certain dinosaurs would get more hide, or certain dinosaurs would be able to get more meat, and certain dinosaurs can farm berries, other ones can farm like the wood. So there's dinosaurs that can farm metal, so like you would use a dinosaur to farm at all times. Like, always use a dinosaur. Once you had them tamed, you would pull out the dinosaur that's the best to farm and take it to wherever you needed to go. Now, because they ruined speed on flyers, that whole process became a slower thing, because you can only pick up dinosaurs with certain tames, with certain flyers that are big enough to carry them. So like the biggest flyer, the Quetzal, was like the main choice for most people, because you could pick up like basically everything you needed to with a Quetzal. But if you were going to take like a smaller dino, then you could use a smaller tame. Like an RG is able to pick certain tames up. That's the thing that looks like a giant sparrow. And the dragons could pick tames up, and because the dragons were a little faster, the dragons became the norm. So people were like, okay, fine. So they took speed from us, so Quetzals are useless, fair enough. But we still have dragons, and dragons can pick up the dinosaur needed to harvest metal, which was the Ankylosaurus. So we can still, you know, grab our Anky. We can fly over to the volcano, even though it takes a little bit longer nowadays. But we can still fly over there, harvest all the metal that we could ever possibly need, and, you know, load up and fly back. So everyone was like, okay, like, it's still not what we want, but, like, there's ways and means, you know what I mean? Like, everyone finds ways and means in survival games. Like, so everyone was like, there's ways and means, so, like, fair enough. They took flying speed from us, we're all mad, but what the hell can we do about it? I mean, they made a bunch of mods for it, and that's what people did about it, but, like, base game-wise, what can we do about it? You know, we just have to work around it. So that was basically like everyone's workaround, because metal was like the hardest thing to farm for without the volcano, because obviously it's just like randomly dotted around the map, whereas the volcano was just like, you know, a condensed circle of metal. Like, you didn't have to go looking for it, you just fly over to the volcano and you just go to town. So everyone was like, okay, fair enough. Like, we can still farm that stuff. So, yeah, and then the damn devs were like, oh, you like farming metal in the volcano? Oh, well, that's too bad, because we're removing the volcano metal now. So say goodbye. Like, and then they took it out. They left the volcano in, like the actual, like, volcano that was there. They left that in. They just took all of the metal out of the middle of it. And everyone was like, what the... So yeah, I think that ruined the game for most people, which, like, me too, like, it definitely annoyed me, and I switched to playing modded servers after that instead of the official ones. Plus, the official servers were, like, actually ruining my life and was so toxic, so I'm, like, not really that sad about leaving. But I am sad about what they did to that game. It was a good game till they, like, literally ruined it. Like, why is every game developer trying to ruin their games? Oh dear. Iron Knight, hello! Hello, my fellow knight. How am I? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Doing pretty good. Just been ranting about money-grabbing game developers and the state of games. So, while I perform cleanup on this godforsaken server. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good now. Pretty good. A little bit sleepy because I stayed up till like crazy time in the morning doing dumb stuff. So, not playing Minecraft though. Not playing Minecraft. I was playing Grounded and watching anime. So, how are you doing on this fine day, Iron Knight? Hope you're doing good. Nice of you to join me. Unfortunately, I've not got anything too exciting for you to watch. I hope that's alright. Although, to be fair, you probably popped in at the best time because the stream's almost over. This probably is, like, interesting as it's gonna get for today. I literally been ranting on about games for, like, the past hour and a half. If you watch, like, the other half of the stream at any point, you'll see. I lost what I was talking about because my stream crashed halfway through. That's why this is part 2. I lost what I was talking about, so then I just started ranting about greedy game developers. Iron says I'm doing well. Good to hear, bro. Good to hear. We like that. We like that very much. Ugh, damn Obsidian. What the hell is Obsidian doing over here anyway? Damn broken, ruined portal things that they added. Do I really want to pick all this up? Yeah, we kind of have to because I already have some. Anyway, I'm not picking this up though. Get out of here. How am I gonna get slabbed from? You're too short. Yeah, game developers are definitely getting greedy now. I like indie games. They're not being greedy about it, you know? They're just like, here's a good game that we put some serious effort into. Maybe £20 if you have it. And I've played some really good indie games. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Grounded to everyone if they're into open world survival stuff. I've been having a blast on that game. Like I said to start with, if I wasn't if I didn't like literally have to play Minecraft while I was streaming, I would be playing Grounded right now. I'm so close to finishing the game, and I was like genuinely really excited to finish it today, and then I remembered that today is a stream day, and I'm probably not gonna get around to like fully finishing it today, which makes me kind of sad. I have like there's like 4 bosses to fight, and then there's like a final like raid type thing that you have to defend against, which I've been like working towards over the past day or so. And I was like super excited to get like finished putting up defenses and stuff so I could finish the game. And then I was like, oh wait, today's a stream day, god damn it. So here I am playing Minecraft, thinking about Grounded. I've only got like 10 minutes of this stream left anyway. And I'm gonna go get me some food, and then I'm gonna play Grounded. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, boys. Yeah, I would have like literally played Grounded for the stream, but unfortunately it's on my Xbox, so I literally can't. I mean, I could if I streamed on Twitch, but I'm not sure what my Twitch streaming quality would be like. That's probably the right way to say that, I would say. Otherwise, I would like totally have streamed me getting stomped by the bosses. Because I'm probably gonna get stomped by them. I think like I'll probably get stomped the first time so I can learn their moveset, and then the second time I'll probably kill them. But yeah, if you're in the market for an open world survival game, it's free, it's on the Game Pass. Would recommend. Solo or multiplayer, but I'm playing solo because I have no friends, like I said. I just play solo because I'm antisocial AF. And I hate people. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm a selfish gamer, that's why I play solo. Especially when it comes to survival games, I'm selfish AF. I like start with a group and be like, that stuff's mine, this is your chest, this is my chest. You keep your stuff in your chest and I keep my stuff in my chest. Joking. I'm joking. I'm joking, I'm just kidding, I'm not like that at all. It's a joke. That is a joke. I don't know why I like to play solo all the time. I think maybe it's because I game hop so much. Like, I don't want to force somebody else into a game with me and then, like, not play it for 3 weeks because I'm playing a bunch of different games. Maybe that's why. That could be why. Iron Knight says, I'm sure your Twitch stream would be great. Yeah, I really gotta do, like, a tester on Twitch. Because to stream for, like, my Xbox, I have to stream on Twitch. I don't have the means to stream on YouTube. So I would have to stream it directly from my Xbox to Twitch. The only problem with that is, like, obviously I would have a different microphone to this one. Because this one does not work on my Xbox. I have a different one for my Xbox. And that microphone is like way more sensitive than this one, and I'm just like kind of worried that everyone's gonna be able to hear me like breathing and stuff like that, which I like don't think anyone wants to listen to. No. Yeah, I need to like pop it up for like a little test stream so I can look at the audio quality and stuff like that. So yeah, if any of you, if anybody has followed me on Twitch or anything, and you see an update for a Twitch stream, I'm probably not actually streaming, I'm probably just testing to see. Because I'm probably going to try and test it within the next week. Because the new Naruto game comes out on the 17th, I believe. And I would like to stream that, if possible, because that's going to be like a first time playthrough, considering it's a brand new game, obviously. And I feel like probably be pretty entertaining, watch me get my ass beat. I probably will. So yeah, I'll probably do a little test this stream. I'll post in the Discord, so that you'll know if it's going to be possible for me to do that or not. Hopefully it will be, because it would be nice to be able to stream that. I'm probably not going to stream Grounded, because like I'm literally about to finish it. Like, maybe I'll stream it at some point when I'm doing the collectibles, just so you guys can see what it's like, maybe? I don't know, I'm trying to 100% it, so... You know, I'm pretty close to being able to 100% it. When I say 100% it, I mean, like, all the achievements, which entails 100% in the game, pretty much, so... That's what I mean. But, yeah, so maybe I could stream... If I check the quality of Twitch, on my Twitch streams, of course. But maybe I could stream then, like, I don't know, maybe fighting the bosses. There's like 4 bosses or 5 bosses in the game. So maybe I could fight those and then like run around and do some collectibles. You know, give you guys a chance to see what the game is like. I mean, obviously I'll be at end game, so like, I'm uber powerful and stuff. Nothing's going to be able to touch me at this point. Nothing does touch me at this point, apart from Black Widows. There's Black Widow spiders in it, and they are like gods. They are the gods of the game. So they probably will, like, they will beat my ass. Like, I'm still yet to kill one. I'm so scared of them. I've passed 2 of them, but I like just straight up sprinted past them like a crazy person, because I didn't want to fight them. They're really scary. They're like resistant to everything. You just have to like beat them before they beat you. And I don't have the means to beat them before they beat me right now. I was saving up all of my like healing stuff for the final raid. But yeah, there's like I've killed a few of the bosses. Like a couple of the bosses are part of the storyline, so like you end up killing them anyway. But they're like super easy, so it doesn't really matter. It's like the Termite King, and there's like Man Ant, the assistant manager, and Director Schmector. I think they're the ones I've killed. But the like the proper like actual like world bosses type stuff, I haven't like been anywhere near. I have been like to their arenas and stuff, but they don't spawn unless you like physically spawn them in. Like there's you find a recipe for like the food they like, and then you make the food, and it's like a lure that brings them out pretty much. But there's like a brood mother, which is like a big ass spider, if y'all have never heard of a brood mother before. There's like a queen wasp, there's a mantis. I think there's another type of brood mother too. Actually, I think there's 2 brood mothers. There's a Termite King, who I already killed. I think that's all of them. For all the world bosses. The Termite King was like super easy. Like I basically punched him down like an ant, but yeah, pretty sure that like all the other ones are supposed to be a lot harder. I think they increase in difficulty too. I think it's like difficulty wise, from easiest is the original Broodmother, then the Mantis, then the Queen Wasp, or the Wasp Queen, whatever they call it, and then the infected Broodmother, and then like Black Widows, which are not even a boss, by the way. Black Widows are not a boss. They're actually just like an open world mob. Like, they should be bosses. Like, why are they resistant to literally everything? Like, that sounds like boss stats to me. Like, yeah, I'm not fighting one of those. I think I've probably got a good chance of killing the Broodmother right now. From what I've seen, like, she's pretty basic, easy fight, and I've already killed bosses that are harder, so I feel like I'll be okay in that particular fight. I am a little worried about the final raid, just because like you have to set up like a bunch of defenses and stuff, and like I've never been one for like tower defense games, like, and that's what like the final raid is like. It's like a tower defense type thing, like waves of enemies, and you have to build defenses and defend the objectives and stuff. And I've never really played tower defense games, so like my ability to set up like good defenses is pretty slim. Like, I don't have knowledge on good defense. The only thing I know how to defend is Ark Survival bases. Because every base I've ever had on Ark Survival, nobody has ever been able to touch. So, yeah. I watched, there was a time I was an admin on an Ark Survival server, and I made an admin raid base, which is basically like a base that you build for other players to come and raid and get a bunch of like admin loot out of, so they get like max stats, dinosaurs or something like that, or they get top tier armor and stuff like that. So basically when you admin spawn things in that game, you can like set how good they are. So like I made this admin raid base and filled it with loot and stuff, and I literally watched people try and break into it for 3 days. Like, they did eventually get into it, like that's literally why I built it. They were supposed to, you know, get in eventually. But yeah, it took them 3 days. In real time, not in game time, by the way, in real time, to break into that base, and I made it easy. Like, like I was laughing at him from the sidelines. Like, this was supposed to be like an easy base for you to get into. Like, compared to like the legitimate PvP bases that I built in my time playing Ark, like that was an easy base to get into. Like, the legitimate PvP bases I made, like nobody was ever gonna touch that stuff. The amount of times I'd be standing in our PvP bases, like crafting bullets or something, or like breeding something, and I would just be like chilling, you know, breeding dinos, hatching babies, you know, incubating eggs and stuff, and then I just hear the turrets go mental in the background. I'll walk over to see what's happening, and there's somebody's like Taman corpse on the floor because they flew too close to the base. Because all the turrets you could set like their range, like the distance that they would aggro, and like what they would aggro to, basically. And obviously, if you're playing PvP, you want to aggro it. You want them to aggro to the player. But I would set like 60% of them to aggro the player and the other 40% to aggro the tame, so that it would kill both player and tame. Like, that was the whole point to me. Like, I don't want them or their tame near my base. Like, I think, yeah, the amount of times that I'd be like chilling in my base, and yeah, I'd hear the sound of turrets just like in the background, and I get like a death notification that our turrets killed somebody. And I go over to have a look, and there's like a pile of like dragon corpse on the floor with like a player character like jammed into it, and I'll just like laugh and be like, "Ha! That's what you get!" Like, it was one like big problem with Ark, was like the rendering speed of the world was so bad that if you like if you were flying like top speed on like a griffin or a dragon or something, you wouldn't see like bases load in until it was too late for the base to load in. Like, you were dead and then you're like, oh, there's a base there. Like, I mean, most of the time when people like died, like just flying into our base and stuff, like I would give them their stuff back because I'm a G like that. Like, I'm just like, yeah, try not to do that again, buddy, but you can have your stuff back. I'll come to the perimeter and give it to you. Like, I can't give you your tame back, that thing is a corpse, but I will give you your stuff back. Like, most of the time. Because there's nothing you can do. Like, once they fly into range, like, they're dead. There's nothing I can do to stop the turrets. Like, it's your stupid fault for flying too close to my base. Like, that's one thing you definitely learn as you played PvP in that game, was like, if you're gonna fly on the PvP server, you better fly either A, really slowly so everything has time to render, or B, really high up so that nobody's defenses will see you even if you do accidentally fly over their base. Those were the two options. Like, go slow and steady and careful, or fly way up high and risk the death if you crash out of the game. Because that was also a problem. Yeah, if the game crashed and you were like flying on certain tames, like when you jumped off them, they would launch you off to the side. So that like the dragons, it would launch you like a few feet over to the side to start with. They don't do it anymore. They do actually pop you off still on the back of the dragon now. But like RGs and stuff like that still do it, where it launches you like 3 to 5 feet to the side, which obviously like launches you clean off the tame. I understood it with the dragons because it was like launching you clear of the wings. Like, if you were landed, it would launch you clear of the wings so you wouldn't end up like clipping into the wings and getting stuck. So that made sense. I didn't understand it with the RGs because I was like, it's just a big sparrow, dude. Like, he tucks his wings in. I'm not getting stuck on anything. Like, but the wyverns, like, their wings were like attached to their front feet, so they would stick up like either side of the tame when they were sitting down, which like totally made sense and looked really good. And so it totally made sense for the game to like pop you off and like sling you clear of the dragon, so you didn't get stuck in its wings. Problem was, if you crashed while you were flying way high up at the world border so that you didn't die to people's turrets, and somebody like way down in the jungle somewhere decides to do a little stompy stomp with their mammoth and crash the whole server, you die. You die because it pops you clean off your tame and you fall to your death. Right? And you can't save yourself. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, just wave goodbye and die. But to give the devs their dues, they did make it so that your death bag has like a little glowing light on it now. So if you die, like, you can see where your bag is. Shame that they haven't fixed it so that bags don't keep slipping under the map anymore, but well, they might have fixed it now, but the last time I played it was still a thing. If you died in like certain areas of the map, your bag would slip through the floor because bad design. Because they never like properly patched the map up, like, so there was like parts of it that you could like no clip through. There was a really big problem with people using those bugs and stuff to destroy people's bases from under the map, especially on the island, because the whole of the underneath of the island was water, so you could slip through the map and then you could just swim around like a foot or two underneath the map. And the problem with like being able to do that is that people's turrets would still register you like as in range, but you were under the map, so like the bullets couldn't touch you, and people would just stand under people's bases under the map and like empty their turrets out and then just stroll into their base. And it was a big problem for a long time on the game of people doing that. I don't think they ever like truly fixed it. I believe that they made it so that turrets don't register you through a wall, like through the floor now, whereas they did before. But I think that's how they fixed it. Like, they didn't actually like fix the map, they just fixed the turrets instead, I guess. But you know, fair enough, at least they fixed something, I guess. But yeah, that was like a really big problem in the game, people like slipping under the map and just like strolling into people's bases. They got to the point where like the first thing you would do when you logged on the game, rather than like logging on and doing your chores like feeding all the dinos and stuff, and you would log on and immediately check to see if there were bullets still in your turrets. Because if you went over there and there's no bullets left in your turrets, then you would quit the game, because you know your base is probably empty now. Like, somebody walked up to it and took everything, which is like definitely a bit of a piss take, but you know, people will use the bugs if they can. I personally don't, because I think it ruins a game if you cheat. Like, I just don't see the point. I don't think I've ever cheated in a game. And I class cheating as like everything from like using admin commands to using like game bugs. Like, yes, it's in the game, but it's not meant to be, so therefore it's cheating. Like, you know? You know, people will play how they want to play, I guess, but I don't think I've ever met anybody who cheats on a game and is like, yeah, it's my favorite game still, and I love it, and I still get so much joy out of it. Like, no, I don't think you actually do, to be honest. I think the only joy you're getting is that, like, little hit of endorphin when you, like, kill somebody in Call of Duty with your aim hacks. But then, like, in my mind, I'm like, how good can that make you feel? Like, can it actually make you feel? That you, oh my god, you killed somebody in Call of Duty, but you had to cheat to do it, whereas everybody else has the skill to do it. Like, I don't feel like that would make me feel very good about a game. I'll be honest. Like, if that's what I had to do to win the game, I would pick a different game, honestly. I think that's one problem. Like, it's one of the things that, like, breeds cheaters, basically, is popularity of games. Because that's why people cheat on Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty is a popular game, and if you're not good at Call of Duty, then I guess you're just a trash person. That's not really the case. Like, it's not the truth. It's just like, well, everyone else is good at Call of Duty, so in order to be them as well, I must be good at Call of Duty. Like, no. Go and be good at, like, literally anything you want to be good at. Like, it does not matter. Play the games you enjoy. Don't cheat to be good at a game just because everyone else is good at it. Because I just don't see that bringing joy. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oops. Maybe it's just me. But I'm gonna sleep through this night, and we're gonna call it a day here on the stream, on the Streamy Boy. Unfortunately, it's split into two parts, which kind of upset me. Wasn't even my internet this time. Which is, like, seriously makes a change why I say this time. I got a pretty good amount of this done, actually. I felt like I was, like, not making any progress, but now that I look at it, not that bad. Anyway, let me switch this over to... where is it? I got this new thing going on right now. I don't know why, but, like, I'm just kind of into using this little thingy-majig at the minute. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I like it. It's I didn't make it, by the way, guys. I don't take any credit for this loading screen thing. It's from an anime, one of my favorite animes, called Overlord. That there is the main character, Ainz. He's crazy. He really is. Like, the last season they did, he just like went full like balls to the wall nuts. So, you know, you can't describe him in any other way, I don't think. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling about my stupid screen and finish the stream. thank you everybody for watching today. I've really enjoyed streaming today. It was just, just me ranting about games and stuff. So it's nice to get the chance to have a good rant about useless games, But if you enjoyed the stream as well, make sure to hit the like button. It would be very much appreciated by me, that's for sure. And until next time, everybody, take it easy.